Hey everyone, welcome to Moving Matt. We do all things cameras with a dash of vlogs and a little bit of travel. And today I was hoping to talk about this new camera that Canon registered and kind of give you my opinion on maybe what is the top 5 candidates for this camera. So usually when a camera is registered, it comes out or is at least announced within about a month to 3 months. And this is coming from Canon Rumors. Canon Rumors says that they have a good idea what this camera is, but they didn't offer up that information because they wanted to go and do a little bit more research. But I want to play with the rumors. So this camera was registered as 12856, and for reference, the 1DX Mark III was registered as DS128771. So according to Canon Rumors, that definitely means that it's going to be an interchangeable lens camera, and more than likely it's going to be an RF mount camera, considering that's where the future is and that's what they've been investing in. So I'm just going to go down the list of which cameras I think this is most likely to be, and of course like 5 is going to be the least likely down to 1 as being the most likely that I think it is. But all of these cameras that I'm going to mention here I think has a very solid possibility of being it. So I'm not going to be wasting anyone's time with any one of these picks. So at number 5 I have this as possibly the Canon EOS RP Mark II. Now, obviously, I do not believe that that's going to be what it's called, but it's going to be in that general price range. The $899 price range has been a lot of the rumors. So this camera has been rumored for a long time. So I definitely think it is due. And with this possibly coming out within the next month to 3 months, I can see this being a great value camera that they want to release before the summer comes. So moving on to number 4, I think this is possibly the Canon R5C. So the reason I put this as 4 is because even though we've heard that the RC is definitely going to be a thing and Canon Rumors has it as a CR3, they said that it's not going to be coming out till at least the second half of this year, or going to be announced at the second half of this year and not coming until early next year. So I would be surprised if it's coming out now. So if you're unfamiliar, the Canon EOS R5C is basically going to be the cinema version of the R5. So it's going to have a fan and it's going to be kind of more ergonomically built for video. So think the FX3 to the Sony a7S III. And being a cinema camera, they probably won't have the record limits, along with them supposedly having C-Log 1, 2, and 3. So even though this is not supposed to be coming out until next year, I do see that they already have the tech from the R5 for this camera, so I can see this being bumped up, especially considering all the supply issues that Canon's been dealing with. They may not have enough parts to make a new camera, but they may have some leftover parts from the R5, as well as already having contracts for the R5 that would take precedent over them maybe making new chips and things like that. Another reason is that the Tokyo Olympics will be filming in 8K, and we already have the Sony A1 being in 8K, as well as the new Z9, the development announcement from that they're going to have 8K as well. So I can see Canon wanting to have a really good, reliable 8K camera. So maybe this R5C is that camera to fill in the gaps. It's supposed to have all the same photo capabilities as the R5. So this would be a great hybrid camera to come, especially if the Canon EOS R1 isn't quite ready yet. So the number 3 most likely camera I think this could be is the Canon R7. So this is the APS-C style camera that is supposed to be coming to the RF mount. Again, this has been rumored for a very long time, so I think this is poised to happen at pretty much any time now. This will be great for a lot of wildlife photographers and even sports action photographers. So I think this is a camera that they may want to make, and they haven't made an APS-C style camera on the new RF mount. So I can see this being the camera that just got registered. So from all accounts, this new camera will basically have all the capabilities as the R6, but it will be an APS-C style camera, and more than likely will not overheat because of the smaller sensor size. But moving on to my number 2 pick is the Canon EOS R1. So as of recently, they say that the Canon R1 will not be making its appearance this year, or it will at least be maybe a development announcement for this year at the very end and not be coming out until next year. So I can see that kind of making sense because the Beijing Olympics comes up right after the Tokyo Olympics, about 6 months later. So maybe they want to wait and make sure they get this thing right. But on the other hand, if it is near ready, they may want prototypes at this Olympics as well. So I can see this being a development announcement so they can have prototypes at the Tokyo Olympics. Another reason that makes me think that this is possibly the R1 is because the R1 will be their flagship camera, similar to the 1DX Mark III. So this is going to be their mirrorless style version of that camera, and they're currently poised to release a lot of fast lenses in the telephoto range. I think about 2 or 3 of them have already been leaked and are supposedly going to be announced in the next month or 6 weeks. So if they're going to be bringing a lot of fast glass that are in the telephoto range, I can see them adding this top of the line sports camera to that as well. So I think that is a good reason to maybe suspect it's going to be the Canon EOS R1. So moving on to my number 1 pick on what this camera could be, it's possibly going to be the high resolution version of the R5. This is really the only camera that's been rumored to be coming out in that time frame, and so it makes me think that this is probably the most likely camera. Now, as of recently, the rumored specs have been that this may even go over 100 megapixels, so I think that will be pretty insane if the case, especially if they shoot 12 frames mechanical and 20 frames silent like the R5 does now, and I kind of generally think that that is what they're aiming for. I also think this camera would be paired nicely with that fast glass that's coming out, along with being great for the Tokyo Olympics, especially if the R1 needs a little bit more time. So with this high megapixel count, it doesn't seem that this is going to be focused on videography at all, so that may be a disadvantage coming into the Tokyo Olympics. But Canon has already teased us with a cinema style broadcasting camera that shoots 8K, so that's probably their bet because most people will be using broadcast cameras at the Olympics anyways, so maybe they won't worry about getting those 8K sideline shots, and they will be saving that for the R1 in the future, and they will go all in on photography for the Tokyo Olympics. But those are just my guesses. Drop in the comment section below and let me know, what do you think this camera is? Do you think it's any of the ones I've mentioned, or you think it's a camera that I'm not even thinking about? Drop in the comment section below and let me know. And if you've liked this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing. And until next time, peace.